All right, we're rolling, guys. So this is session 3 of our epic Underdark campaign.
Yes.
And you got, just for the fans at home, because we're doing a recap instead of recording all 2 hours of slowness.
It was better tonight.
It was a lot faster tonight.
So this is session 3. So what are each of you playing? Let's remind the fans.
Go ahead, Jonah.
Wizard.
Yep.
All 20th level.
20th level all around.
Yep.
I am a ice maiden who is awesome, and I turn into a dragon, and I'm cool.
You're a dragon disciple slash
elf sorcerer.
sorceress.
I'm just a boring old cleric.
Yeah.
She's far
No,
from
your
boring.
character is very flavorful.
Yeah.
I'm an insane
Old. Not
double living
It's cool.
regular old cleric.
Well, I'm playing a elf time.
Nice.
Yep. It was awesome.
All right, fantastic. So what happened in tonight's session then?
Well.
Yeah, Jonah, what happens here?
Yeah. What happened?
What did you do that was awesome?
First thing that happened was I destroyed the guy that we were trying to kill.
Right.
With a
Like
disintegrator.
literally.
Okay, yeah. No,
Disintegrated.
we've decided that we're renaming his disintegrate beam from disintegrate to Vacuum's ray of kick-ass.
Yeah, it did tonight.
Well, because the guy was there,
Maximize
and then suddenly
disintegrate.
he was not
Yeah.
there.
Does 240 points of damage.
Yeah.
And then we put little cookie crumbs too.
Oh, that was so sweet.
Right, to mark where he was, they
Yeah, we had
put
cookie crumbs.
Yeah, that's right.
That was
His
so
ashes were cookie crumbs. Well, and we fought a lot of stuff. We had 4 of those frog demon things that were very cool.
And
That
gross.
did.
Yeah.
And, okay, so frog demons, just so you understand how crazy they are, is that if you roll a fortitude save, they do half damage, which is 60 points. So I got hit 3 times, and they put me.
People
Okay,
in the game,
we're back.
but only one of them doesn't have a level loss. So
Yeah,
you
and I
get to pick
would
and
not
choose.
like that.
Yeah, that's true.
How
So
far?
I was just surprised at how easy you guys could just come back from any sort of punishment.
Not
Like-
for long.
That's because-
Mass heal does 250.
Yeah.
As far as we can tell, it's
Well, wasn't it
unlimited
empowered
number of
mass
people.
heal, too?
No, it's just mass heal, and the downside is that they all have to be 30 feet apart.
Yeah. So
Whereas,
she could
which
get
meant
2
that I
of
could
us.
only get 2 because we were spread out over this
Right,
huge
but
cavern.
if everyone were bunched together,
Yeah.
I could
as
raise
far as
a
we can
city.
tell, there's no upper limit to.
I could heal an entire city.
I think
if they
the
were
thing
all within
that's-
30 feet of each other.
Hard at this level is if you use up all your stuff, then you're in big trouble.
Yeah.
It's kind of like whichever
you're
big
down to
bad
shooting arrows and it's a
runs out of
D8.
things first. Like if it's you,
Yeah.
you're dead. If it's them, they're dead.
Well, that's old Gygax strategy or tactics, which is war of attrition against the
Yeah.
PCs.
Right.
You just kind of grind them down and see
Keep
how
them
they
busy.
handle things.
Right.
You know,
Use up
so
creative they are.
resources.
in this encounter, you got to basically just blow all these high-level spells just to push it over the top.
Well, and because we're checking them all out, I was very careful in how I chose my low-level spells, knowing that at some point I'm going to need them for the War of Attrition. So what's going to be able to even have any kind of anything that it can do against these high-level demons?
Yeah.
And so
Well,
a
and
lot
the
of
problem was,
She's like, what was I saying?
oh, okay, so one of the things that happened, part of the reason why we were using higher level spells, is these guys that we were fighting had spell resistance, right? So Jonah casts Meteor Swarm, which is amazing, and then he did their spell resistance, he failed the spell resistance rolls. and
Oh
they
yeah,
just
so
failed.
many
None of them
times.
hit, did it?
Yeah,
None of the 4 hit, right?
none of them.
Yeah.
Wait, he didn't roll a 5 up for any of them?
No.
Wait, no,
He
Well,
rolled,
they
I
all
hit-
spell resisted out.
Okay.
yeah, he had rolled a 2, a 3, a 3, and a 4, and then
Wow.
what was the last one? It was like
That'll do it.
1 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they swallowed him up. So a high level spell that would have been awesome
Yeah.
was
Well, it's like
nothing.
you're
But the
opening
chances
fireball.
are,
Yeah, it just happens.
Are
sometimes.
so low.
yeah, 4 to
But
the
that
4th
disintegrate
power.
was great.
Yeah, this disintegrate. Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and I actually, Jonah and I were doing like magic lessons where we were practicing his different spells
Yeah,
to find out
that's
how they
smart.
worked. I'm
Yeah.
just like, look at this thing you have. You could just end this right now.
That's awesome.
You know,
This begs towards if you're in an encounter, don't start small. See if you
Right.
just blow stuff up with your big things.
Get it?
Well,
Get
you
it
know
over
what's really
quickly.
fun for me? The reason I wanted to play a Time Thief is I've always wanted to try this weird new class. But I didn't want to start small, get like up to 8th level, and then decide it sucks. So starting at 20th level, I could build everything I wanted to try into it and then see how it goes. And I've already learned a lot of things where I'm like, yeah, that's great, or yeah, that sucks. So now I know like what, you know, to take or not take or change or revamp or
Yeah, it's real contact with the enemy.
yeah.
And what I'm teaching all of them is that clerics rock.
Well,
I do that.
Actually, yeah, because
She is our MVP, yeah, for sure.
Jonah, except for one save, I think, took like 360 points of
That was
harm
harsh, man.
damage
Yeah, in
from
one
these
round.
demons in one round,
Yeah.
They
turning
they-
him into a desiccated husk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there you go, resurrection.
Well,
Right,
and
true
then,
resurrection. How am I going to get past that?
Yeah.
You know,
But I can only do it a very small number of times.
Yeah, that's the
each
right. But I mean, if you had like 2 weeks of rest in
Oh,
the
yeah,
sunlit
right.
lands, you could. All you need to do is scrape together some
200
cells.
years, that's all.
Yeah, 200 years. So it's 10 years per level or something like
Something
that?
like that, yeah. So I could raise, you know, all that ancient philosopher. I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, what would be
I'd
the
like to
real
read his
implications of
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, bringing people back?
It gets
Gotta be
crazy.
laws
You
against
probably,
that.
you have to probably be really careful with it.
Now, in olden days,
Well,
in
you have to
D&D, you would pray for spells, but your deity wouldn't necessarily, the
Right.
DM could switch it up.
Give you what you
Say
want.
nah.
Yeah.
DM's
and not
like,
give that.
well, yeah.
So
I
some
need to
interest.
say
So
that.
now,
Oh.
so talk more about the session. So you disintegrated the guy you were after, and
There were
for
two
some
ways
reason
to
this
figure it
archer appears
Yeah,
out
there
of
were two
nowhere.
main villains. The guy we killed, well, we killed them both, sort of.
Right, the
Maybe.
summoner.
One guy disappeared. But this archer kicked some major butt.
Yeah,
He had
it's
these like
He
black
has
arrows of death. of
heart-seeking.
slaying,
Black
heart-stopping.
obsidian arrows that if
Yeah.
you failed your save,
In fact, we
they
took,
go right through your heart and out your back.
he took at least 100 damage
Yeah,
from
I took
one.
like-
I took 100 damage from one. I mean, we were getting nailed by these things.
And you could shoot 6 of them in a round, so 100
Right.
damage 6 times if
The
you
one that
hit
he
every
shot
time.
at me went ping.
Yeah, that's right. But
Yeah, AC 41 is.
we were also fighting
He
the
didn't
4
try to
frog
Well,
demons,
that surprised me because I was
6
expecting it to
minotaurs,
be better.
and is that it? The 2 guys, the
And then
Yeah,
all
frogs?
the
so that's it.
demons. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was pretty potent.
I was surprised, once I started playing the demons more intelligently, like they could coordinate attacks because
Yeah.
Right,
they
and
were,
they could start
they had
summoning each
telepathy.
other
Yeah.
and
So they could
increase.
they could all
Right.
teleport, and oh, but the
Their
teleportation is a
saves
full
were-
round
some of
action.
their saves were really low. I was surprised. Like,
Yeah.
what was
Yeah,
their
plus
like
9 to reflex.
plus 7 or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and I could see one save being low, but the others being high as
Right.
a balance.
Yeah.
But
They all
they
seemed
were all
low.
kind of low, yeah.
Okay, so, and then, oh, some more cool stuff for the thing. So he disintegrated the bad guy and then died. And then I was my big dragon awesome self, and I went to go sweep and try and bite the archer dude, and I missed.
yeah. I
Ugh.
hate that.
She sent her awesome air elemental over, and there's 2 minotaurs over there, and they just kind of went, whoo.
She whirlwind
sucked 'em up.
sucked them up.
And then I set it around to vacuum up the rest of the minotaurs, so it was just like,
And drop them into the lava.
Yeah, that's right.
We cleaned it out, now it's safe.
Yeah.
But
The
then
quote from the air elemental is, "Wee."
Oh, and I was so glad that she cast Holy Aura on me.
Yeah.
Because I would have failed a save that would
new
have
favorite spell.
had me
Dazed you for 9
no
rounds.
actions for 9
Right.
freaking rounds. I would have been completely out of the combat.
Now I like to change the appearance of creatures. So I'll be using different and you won't know what
Right,
entry
right.
they are
So, I
in
mean,
the
one
book.
time in our
Yeah.
previous
So like the
things-
frog demons are this Nelfeshni thing.
Yeah,
I want to see what they look like.
It's the normal thing.
it's close
And
enough. yeah.
I changed them up to have tongue attacks
Like, that
and
thing has tiny
different
little
things.
wings.
No.
Well,
This,
it's on its-
yeah, this, no,
what
this
is
does,
that?
yeah. It actually
That's
flies with
funny.
those. Jonah, you were gonna say something?
Yeah,
Fat bloated thing.
forgot what it was.
Okay, well, if you remember,
I
go
will
ahead.
send you an animation.
So now at the end,
Fat
you
animals,
summoned some
which is
earth
awesome.
elementals.
Well, before that, I
Yeah, let's
attacked
talk about the
archer
elephant.
dude.
Yeah, go ahead.
I attacked the archer dude with a.
I'm sorry, can we see the
Polar
attacking
ray.
motion again?
Yeah, polar ray.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I attacked him with polar ray and took away 4 points of his dexterity and did 71 points of damage to him.
That's a
And
lot.
we're not sure if he's dead or if he poofed away,
Yeah.
but he poofed.
He poofed.
He poofed.
Changed into
Drove
heavy
some-
black
drove
In
some-
smoke.
fact,
And a-
that was really the only good thing I did like that whole time. I did my aging ability thing, entropy, right
Oh,
before you
and for
kill
this
them all.
archer, Rin
It did really good.
put together, I picked the pieces for it, but
Yeah.
Rin, you can't really see it, but Rin made this insane figure.
It's perfect for the character.
Which is
Yeah,
really cool.
which-
Now we have to paint it up and have it be recurring.
Yeah. Well, if he's not dead, which
Right.
he should be.
I used the Dark Eldar Archon for the summoner guy.
Next
You know,
week,
we'll,
we should
we'll,
have
we'll
all
show
our
off the
painted
figures
stuff,
next
yeah.
week, because
Yeah.
Tanya and you,
Theirs are so cool.
She'll
Shauna,
be
you
gone
both
next week.
have your
Oh,
figures,
yeah,
and
that's right. I mean, next time. we
whatever.
play.
Oh, yeah.
Next week, yeah.
so we're going to take a 2-week hiatus. So 3 weeks
Sorry,
from now
it's
we'll
my-
do session
No.
4.
Well, now
No,
that I've
it's
tried a few
actually
things,
good.
I want to revamp things.
Well, what I'm going to do, since you guys are at a breaking point, I may actually have some pretext to run another miniature thing with the other 3 people.
Yeah,
Oh,
that'd
that's
be
It's like a prequel, a flashback,
Yeah.
There you go.
just for kicks.
Right.
That'd be cool.
That could be fun.
That could be fun, yeah.
Yep.
Unless
Yeah,
we
that's good
die,
times.
and then it would be like, wait,
I died in the prequel.
And that's when I resurrected you 100 years later.
Yeah.
actually, that could be an interesting story.
They bring her in like these
You know what?
dishes of ashes. You can pick your team. Just you got to resurrect whichever ones you
They're
want.
all-
This one, we believe all of these ashes belong to this dragon girl, but we're not exactly
Yeah.
sure, so be careful what ash you
That's
pick.
right.
That's awesome.
What flack of first.
Okay, so that's what. So there's the elfin maid that was
And we
trapped up on
rescued
the
an elfin
ceiling.
maid, and on first pass, she seems to be a good young lady,
I don't
a elf son elf.
Blonde and
She detects,
beautiful.
she doesn't detect evil.
That's true.
You know, and so right now I like her. However, if we find out that she is evil and going to betray the party, she'll make me angry. She won't like me when I'm angry.
That'll be it.
And she
won't
has
like me
she has 7 friends. She's one of the 8, or she has 8
No, she
friends
has 8 friends. She
that
doesn't
are
like
that we just located, trapped in
think.
little.
So the next adventure is
oval-shaped
rescuing her
hollows.
brother
Yeah.
and his
Cabins.
friends.
But she's kind of out of it
She's a little
from the
weird.
fumes.
Yeah.
She's
So,
not sure.
um,
She's been there for days.
And
or
so you
years.
summoned 2 earth elementals and sent them underneath to look
go
for this
search for the
supposed
cabins.
subterranean pocket, and they find one.
Yeah.
So my next piece of things, since I sent them as the initial scouting, the secondary scouting, since, you know, one can't always trust the cognitive abilities of earth elementals, is I'm going to go ethereal. And which is sad telling the DM this so they can prepare for this. And I'm going to
Yeah,
go down there.
don't tell me what you're gonna do.
Yeah, it's too late now.
I'll close
one
my eyes.
man.
I'll close my eyes. Yeah, I won't be able to hear you if I can't see you.
And then scout it myself so I can see where the guards are, if there's an opening, or if I'm going to have to melt stone or something.
Well, and Mr. Identify here, who has a plus
Oh yeah, we were like,
48 on identifying items
Right.
or spellcraft
34.
checks. Plus
yeah.
34.
So he pretty much auto does
Insane.
identification.
Secondary MVP right
We just
here.
said here, what's this? He's like,
It's like the Antiques Roadshow
Yeah.
of magic items. He's just telling you.
This
what
one
it
was
is.
made in 1952.
it's like, do you realize
at
what you have
exactly 2
here?
p.m.
Jonah's
on
character is
Saturday.
kind of like the old magic planeswalkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which fits his
He's
model
ridiculous.
and- yeah.
Wait until you learn how to drive this character.
Oh, man.
You're gonna have a
be
good time.
kicking
He
ass.
has ridiculous stuff that he can do.
It's awesome. It's
In
awesome.
fact, it's funny, not being a spellcaster, I realized, like, man, I'm going to have to step up my game as far
As
as
the
the
fighting, yeah.
mundane things go.
Well, and I could tell that you were more used to doing spellcasting stuff,
Yeah.
because you're looking here, what's the specialized things I could do? And it's like,
Right.
dude, just hit him.
I know. That was my thing tonight. The first few rounds, like, I didn't use any of those little time bonus things. It wasn't until, like, I finally was like, all right, let's do this.
And that's when
I
you
started
being
doing
really
some
effective.
damage, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I just need a critical hit, man. My guy does really
What's
good
really
on
sad is
crits,
the
and
only
I
person that
haven't
could
done one.
crit tonight was my elemental.
Yeah, that's
I
Only
right.
know.
attacks of
Her air
opportunity.
elemental kept
Only
rolling 20s.
on attacks
On
of
attacks of
opportunity.
opportunity.
She rolled a lot of 20s.
Now, these are the same dice I use when I'm running a game for my family, so this one and my other kids on Friday nights, the next night. I run a game and I'm the GM, and those are my GM dice, right? I can't roll above a 7 to save
Yeah.
my freaking life.
Which is good
If
for
you're
us.
GM.
And then tonight I'm like, oh, 17, 18. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
We're only, what,
That's how it
level
goes.
6? In her game, we're level 6, so her not rolling well is good.
Yeah, that's
We
right.
like that.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks for jamming your good
Yes.
jam.
Hey, you bet.
I like the
This is a good
description.
group. I'm getting a good feeling. I'm
We're having
real
fun.
excited.
Like, I loved when the frogs, like, you know, their mouths
They
open around
invert
themselves
to teleport.
Oh,
So,
Yeah, that's awesome.
Good stuff.
All right.
Vision in my
It's like a
head is
visual
like-
imagery.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So DM's turn now.
yeah.
Well, does this go up?
Okay,
think it does. Oh. All right. All right, that's great. My wife just read this story that my daughter wrote about the love dragon that would hug you so hard your guts would come out. Okay, so just I guess a little monologue here. One of my great purposes in life is to bring ultimate role-playing to the world. And this is a dress rehearsal for actually doing this later this year or in 2015. And so I obviously have to be an even better GM. And so we're doing this high-level thing to actually really open up, like how complex can this get? And so for me, it's very exciting, and it's a real, it's not a sacrifice, but it's a dedication to actually carve out part of my schedule to prepare for and also to run this game. But in life, you have your musts, not your shoulds, and so I've determined I must have this game every Thursday. It's going to be awesome, and it's just role-playing has always been one of my great passions, and it certainly just seems to fit like a glove every time. So thanks for tuning in. Unfortunately, it was too cumbersome to record like the 2-hour thing, so we're just going to do a recap like this. And that's really all I got to say about that. So, as usual,
viewers request a 2-hour thing.
BTP fans.
If you request, we record the whole 2-hour thing.
Okay, you guys are gonna bring batteries, right?
Absolutely.
All right, off we go then.
Next time this will be.
Thanks for tuning in. Oh yeah, we're painting up our fig. Okay, what are you guys doing?
Making a card for Mom.
Okay.
Outside.
Oh, look
No,
at that.
it's-
Is it a Valentine's card?
No, it's going to be for both of our parents.
Ah, it's for you
Oh,
too
okay, it's for
now.
me too. Well, I accept.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like a little
how's it going, my young barbarian prince?
Oh, he was a barbarian prince, alright. He tried
Was
to
he?
make